Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I have another guitar for sale, and this is a very unique, rare edition Squire Stratocaster copy. They didn't make too many of these. This one is in brand new condition. I mean, this is brand new, and the reason why I'm selling it, because one might say, why are you selling that? Because this one looks good, and it does. It looks really good. And the paint job is a professional paint job. It's a rare edition. And the advertisement, I think, is 3 olive vodka. If this wasn't here, it'd look like a pretty cool psychedelic guitar as far as color-wise. And I'm letting it go for $199 plus $60 shipping and handling. Unfortunately, no longer able to ship to California because it'd be like $150 to ship there. Now, one might ask, well, why are you selling this guitar? I told myself a year ago, all the guitars in my collection, each one of them are totally different from another one. You know, 20 years ago, I had like 10 guitars and 9 of them sound the same. You know, and the reason why I'm getting rid of this one is because I have another guitar in my collection that sounds like this. It's a Strat copy. And one might ask, well, why don't you get rid of this one and keep the nice looking one? Here's the reason why. This one is not in great condition. A lot of paint chips. The color is faded. The guy that sold this to me was a smoker, and it took about a month for the smoke to go away. You know, and I wouldn't get really too much for this because I really wouldn't try to, you know, super price this one, you know, as far as condition is in. But it sounds good. It feels good to play. So, you know, it would be logical to get rid of the beautiful one, the new one. And that's what I'm doing. Because like I said, when they sound alike, one of them has to go. This guitar is brand new, and it has Fender strings. I haven't played Fender strings in a while, and they feel good. I think these are 9s. Yeah, these are probably 9s. But guitar feels good, sounds good. I'll leave a link down here. I just did a Shaka Khan featuring Rufus, or should I say Rufus featuring Shaka Khan. Do You Love What You Feel guitar cover lesson, and I played this guitar and it sounds great. That's one thing about Fender's guitars, they sound really good, you know, and this one is no exception. It sounds great, it feels great, the neck feels great, the action is very low, it's professionally set up, and you know, I'll stick it up here to the camera in a minute, but this is a great deal for $199 because the paint job alone is worth that, you know. And a regular Squire Stratocaster run you about maybe close to $200 brand new. So you get that plus the custom rare edition, because this is a rare edition. So I'm gonna stick it up to the camera. Like I said, this one's brand new. It doesn't have a scratch or a smear on it. And it was built in Indonesia. So there it is. $199 plus $60 shipping and handling. PayPal information is right there. The link to the video so you can check it out. Once you just leave a comment to say, Morris Man, is it still available? Because as you watching this, and if you don't see sold across that header, that means it's still available. If you're watching this and it says sold down here in capital letters, it's been sold. So if you're interested, just say, leave me a comment, say, hey, Morris, man, I want to grab that now. If you don't see the sold sign, not a problem. Send your money. Once you submit your money, I'll, you know, revise the video or update it by just putting in the header sold. Because like I told you guys, the guitars I sell usually are sold within a day, 2 days. I had one guitar was sold in less than 15 minutes because I have a reputation on my channel where I don't play junk. I don't play guitars with really bad action. You know, I don't play guitars that just don't feel right, because if you don't take anything away from the videos that I do, because we all have been kind of blindsided by the marketing, and I was one of them people too. And then one day I woke up. What's most important about playing one of these, it's not whose name up here, it's not where it came from, it's not what it looks like. It's about what it feels like. I'm a professional musician and I play 8 to 10, 12, 13 hours a day. So I need something that's going to feel good to play. And the action on this thing is great. It's professionally set up, so I ain't got time for jacked up action guitars, because that's one thing that discourages a lot of people from starting to play. Already out of the gate, when you got a guitar with great action, you're going to be struggling. But you're supposed to struggle when you first start, but you don't want anything adding to that, meaning jacked up action. The strings are so high and you press, your fingers are already hurting anyway. They hurt more when you got to press the strings down because the action's so high, so I learned a long time ago. I'm like, the first thing I check now, because when this came, I opened up and checked the actions. The first thing I check, I'm like, okay, cool. And still, it's got to go back, because I had one guitar that, and I posted a video called "This Guitar Has to Go Back." It came, it fell miserably. And I was like, I can't pass this on to another person if I'm not happy with it. If it doesn't feel good for me to play, I'm going to send it back where I got it. Instead of, I'm going to go ahead and pawn it off with some other dude and, let him be angry about that. I ain't going to be bothered. I don't roll like that. I'm like, I want to pass on something that feels good to play. And if I didn't have to part with it, I would keep it and keep playing it, instead of, again, pawning it off with somebody else. Because I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to disguise the name or not tell you guys. Guitar Center, for the last year and a half, 90% of the stuff that I buy from them, because my wife's like, why you keep buying from them? And I'm like, well, I'm hoping sometime that, I get lucky and get what I want, 90% of the stuff I've bought from them recently, guitars and other things, drums, got to go back. I sent the guitar back last week because the action was terrible. It was like nobody even bothered to play this thing. It was terrible. Then the one before that, it was dead frets down here. It's like I'm really disappointed with them. And I'm like, you know what? I am going to slow my roll when it comes to buying from them now, because they went from the top dog in the industry to the bottom. And it's like, how did that happen? Like I told you, last week I sent the guitar back. The week before I sent the guitar case back because they sent me the wrong case. Then I bought drums. The hi-hats wasn't working. So they supposedly sent me another set of hi-hats, but when the pandemic kicked in, they shut the store down and I never got my hi-hat stand. I'm like, you know what? I'm just too tired to even deal with that. I'm just going to give my drums to my nephew and let him buy him some hi-hats from somewhere else and call it a deal. But, again, when I take it in and if it doesn't meet my approval, it goes back. I don't try to pawn it off on you guys like that's somebody else's problem now. I ain't gonna be bothered with. No, it's going back. And when I get some good ones, and if the good one, like this particular guitar, sounds similar to another guitar in my arsenal, I gotta sell it, because if I don't, I have about 60 guitars sitting up lying around here. Because there's some people that got a whole bunch of guitars like them. Like, I just don't even have time to play that many. Give me 10 or 15 and I'm done, and if I need to buy another one out of that collection goes, and then I keep this one or I sell this one. So again, $199, that's a heck of a deal, because again, the paint job alone is worth that. $199 plus $60 shipping and handling. It'll go out priority shipping the very next business day with tracking, so you know what day is showing up. And I'll put a priority on it, so, because I know due to the pandemic, things are kind of slowed down as far as shipment of stuff. But, again, the last two guitars I shipped, they got to their destination in the time that they estimated that it will. So apparently they almost back up to speed. And again, due to the pandemic, things had slowed down a little bit, but I think they almost back up to speed. So you get this within 6 days. If somebody purchases it sometime over the weekend, because the day is Saturday, it'll go out first thing Monday morning. And then I'll send you guys an email with your tracking information. Or what happens is, once I ship it, I come home, I put that information in PayPal, and then PayPal sends you an email saying, hey, your guitar's on the way. Here's your tracking. Track it. So again, the link down here, check it out. This guitar sounds good. It feels good. It's professional setup. Action professionally set up. Brand spanking new, not a blemish on this thing. I mean, I would like to just keep it based on that, because when I took it out of the box, my wife was like, whoa, this is beautiful. Like, yeah, it is. I was quite surprised and pleasantly surprised that it looked better than I imagined it looked when it came. Because, I mean, this thing is, the gloss on here, again, this is professional paint job. Because I've seen guitars on certain sites where people did it themselves. They painted it and it looked terrible. You know, ain't nothing like a professional paint job on your guitar that you look at it and you see the gloss and there's no blemishes or lumps and bumps, you know, and it's just beautiful like this one. So again, I hate the power with this one, but again, that one sounds like this one, so this one has to go. I'm gonna show you this other guitar, and I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that because that came, this one I'm pouring, it came about 2 days ago. But again, $199, $6 shipping and handling. I'm going to do a review on this one. I'm just going to say this quickly. It is a, what is this? This is a Greg Barnett Connoisseur. And there's another name that, let me see. Put my glasses on. Sorry about that. And I forgot the name of this brand. But when I do the other video, it'll be a name on here. But what's interesting about this is this is called the Greg Barnett Connoisseur base model. When I first seen this, at first glance, I'm like, oh, that's small scale. And I'm like, that's cool because I don't have a small scale. But this is not small scale. This neck is a standard size. What makes it look so small is, and this is pretty ingenious to me, the body's smaller. You know, the body's small. I'm like, cool, because I don't need all that extra wood and all this. You know, because usually when I play bass, if I don't have a strap on, it's still going to be like tilting. But since it's light here, it's not that bad. And then the person that sold it to me put flat rounds. And I haven't played flat rounds in a while, and I'm glad that these are on here because, you know, since I'm dealing with diabetes and your fingertips are kind of sensitive, you don't have that ridges on the strings no more. So I'm going to kind of play like upright. And it feels good and sounds good to play. So I'm going to do a whole review on this one probably tomorrow. But I just thought I would show you this, you know, because it came the other day. And I'm quite pleased with this little thing. So I'm going to sign off now again. The Strat Squire, $199, $6 shipping and handling. PayPal information right down there. The link is down there. Once I receive payment, I'll put sold across the header. Then I'll ship it out Monday morning. United States Postal with tracking priority. Take care.